we're going to check this real quick. Ready, set, go. Oh, we are live. This is awesome. Let me go ahead and hit the... There we go. All right, so we are back. I'm doing good. Good to see you, Andrew. We are going to be listening to everybody's songs today for sync licensing purposes. So we're just going through to critique. A lot of this is going to be more what's the word? This is going to be a lot more artistic decision based. I will give some mixing tips and things of that nature when it comes to sync licensing, but we want to make sure that we get to everybody. So oh snap, we got a bunch of heat in here. Just saw my buddy Maz in here. Okay, so we're gonna go through the chat in my Discord. This is actually next week is the last week that Discord is going to be open to the public. We're going to close it down and make sure we can provide even more value down the line. So if you guys are interested, link is in the bio. Let's get to more music. Let's see here. I'm trying to find my last emoji. Normally I leave a clock on the last place we stopped. There it is. All right, there's the clock. We're going to Christopher next. This song is called Zon 6 Union Center. We're going to listen to about a minute and a half of everybody's song. So we're going to open up Spotify. Here we go. This is Christopher's song. Yeah, class is going to be lit. Link is in the bio. You got to toss it into the Discord. Okay, so with this, let me see. Let me make sure I'm pronouncing his name right. Christopher. This song is pretty cool. I like it. I like it a lot. What I would suggest is to possibly have okay, so this was released this year. So what I would challenge you to do is to use a reference mix that is using the same vibe, but has more modern production elements. Because this could definitely work, especially like every year I get briefs about like Halloween music that has to have this kind of vibe with the saw synths and things of that nature. So there's a home for this. There's definitely a home for it. But in order to gain more opportunities with this one song, because you can sync a song in multiple different places, I would highly suggest maybe modernizing this a bit with maybe newer drums and kind of just leaning in a little bit harder into the sound, because it's there, you know what I'm saying? Very, very dope. Also, if you want to make this more appropriate for sync licensing, make the intro shorter. By 30 seconds in, the commercial's over. The scene might be over as well, before we even got into like the main groove or motif of the song. So keep that in mind and you'll do just fine. Very, very cool. Let's move to the next one. We got a lot in here. We listened to OG Kenobi's last week. Yeah, we got emojis there. Let's go. Let's see. Next link is from Rhino. Okay, Roddy Ricch type beat. Let's check it out.
Humor me, Rhino.
So this is pretty cool. What I would suggest that you do, because this could work for sync, obviously, especially when it comes to reality television. I would definitely maybe give it a little more ear candy. So things that come in and out that aren't repeated ever again. We want to try to make this sound as expensive as possible with the gear that we have. Does that make sense? So Rhino, what I would also, something that I failed to mention earlier, producer tags in tracks do not work for sync at all. That's a no-no that no one really even thinks about, but is definitely something that you don't have to worry about. Because normally you're using it for advertisement for your own brand, and that's not necessarily you don't need to do that with sync. Trust me. They will know who to get their tracks from if they find your stuff in a library. For those who are not in the Discord. We do not have a email opened up for general public as of yet. Everybody that goes through the class has access to the Discord. And if you can't get to the Discord, that's a good question. It's in the link in bio. It's got this, it's a orange and black speaker looking thing. It's free to get in right now. That being said, back to the review, I think that, again, the other thing that I would suggest is to modernize your, the use of your, I don't know if it's a harp or a guitar that you're using, but it sounds very synthesized. Sometimes it works for certain things, but more often than not, especially like if you listen to what I think you use as a reference for this Roddy Ricch type beat, they're using real guitars for sure. Or at least they sound a little more real when it comes to the ostinato pattern that he uses. You know what I'm saying? So just things to keep in mind. It'll cause your beat again to sound more expensive. It sounds like a real guitar player's on it. See what I'm saying? But very good work. Very good work. I think this has a lot of potential, especially with the way you arranged it. Great job. Great job. Okay, Rhino, you submitted too, so we're gonna do the same thing and come back to you later. Okay, awesome. We got coming of age movie. Okay, let's check this out. What up, Joseph? I produce for me. I also produce for like.
Do I say I think I can, I think I can, I think I can, well maybe. By the way, I'm starting to believe again, I'm starting to believe it, maybe.
I don't have to be afraid. Fine, you made a few mistakes,
But there's no use in looking high speed. I'm moving, I'm moving, I'm moving, I'm moving on high speed. I'm moving, I'm moving, I'm moving, I'm moving on high speed. I'm moving, I'm moving, I'm moving, I'm moving on high speed. I'm moving.
Okay, this one's interesting. I like the general feel of the track. Someone said this is definitely something that could be used for a movie soundtrack. I agree. The lyrics work, I think, very, very well for that. And I also think that it's telling enough of a story with the lyrics that you could definitely get this placed. I would maybe challenge the production to tell the story with the lyrics, if you get what my drift is, kind of developing the song as the lyrics get more towards the main what's it called, the main hook of the song, high speed. So maybe adding extra elements or faster rhythmic elements as you get to that part might help. It might also throw off the vibe, so keep that in mind as well. The color that you're painting with this song, Galagua, is very cool, and I think it could easily be used in definitely, like you were saying, a coming of age TV show or something like that. Very cool. I'm trying to check all the chats here. Yeah, if you want to submit, the Discord's going to be open for the next seems like 5-6 days, and then we're going to actually close it and keep it open for everybody in the class or that has taken the class. So come through. The last class is literally tomorrow around this time. Well, it's a couple hours before. It's at noon. But you want to keep that stuff in mind. We're going to try to continue to add value. Let's see here. Yes, get your songs on Disco Showcase. Get your stuff on Disco. There's a free link, or not a, well, I guess it's kind of a free link. There's a free link in the Discord under announcements, I believe. Or it may be under the Sync Game channel. Let me actually, if you're on YouTube, you can actually see it. You'll get like 2 months free for actually using this link for Disco. Where is it at? Is it under affiliate links? Probably. Yep, there it is right there. So if you go to affiliate links, you'll be able to get Disco for free for like 2 months. So check that out. Okay, let's keep going. Oh, we actually don't have a lot of music today, do we? No, I think that's just where I stopped. So great job, Galagua. I think this is really cool. We're gonna move next. Okay, I think we just listened to Christopher. So we're gonna move to Z. This one's called Topic. Check this out. What's disco? Oh, bro. Hold on a second. Disco is like the best way to share music. We talk about it in the class. It's the best way to share your music for sync licensing because that's the platform that a lot of music supervisors use to categorize their catalog. It's deep. Maybe I'll do a video on it, like a long form YouTube video on it. It's what I live and die by with now, at least. It's really, really cool. But let's get into the next song. Bro, yeah, fam. I'm telling you, it's game changing. All right, this is Show Me. Yeah, Creamy Weeks, come through.
Baby, show me what I'm missing. Baby, you made me feel so different. Baby, show me what I'm missing. Baby, what is your intention? Ooh, I know I'm there for you, but trusting someone ain't something I ain't used to. Ooh, I swear I'm not tryna fool you. I just wanna give all my love to you. I just hope it's more than linking. Just fell for you, I'm sinking. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Tryna be more than just friends. You know we can vibe, we can spend some time. I'll be here for you.
Very cool. Okay, so I think the only thing that this is missing production-wise is just more tension and release. What I mean by that is that the production should, again, ebb and flow with the music to tell a story. When you do that, we're making more moments in the track that a supervisor or a music editor can actually take pieces of and be like, ooh, I like this gem right here. Let's put that right here in the video. See what I'm saying? So sometimes when we have static flows, it feels good, but that's for consumption from the masses rather than like utility purposes like with sync. So that's something we talk about in the class, and as to like how we chop that up and to make sure that we have as much as they need to fill a purpose. But I mean, the song's great. I like the vibe. This is really, really cool. I think the intro, again, it might be a little long for sync licensing, but everything else sounds pretty decent. I like the structure and the stereo feel that you got on here as well. Very, very cool. Wide and spacious. Let me make sure I'm checking with all these comments here. How you submit the libraries? We talk about it in the class. The best way you can submit is through Disco or through streaming links. Don't send MP3s. There's a list of libraries in the link in bio. if you don't know where to find any. In the class, we talk about how to pitch, how to make your music the right way for sync licensing placements. We talk about the legal side of the business. It's basically everything that you need to actually get started. Within 2 hours, I teach you about a year's worth of information, and we've already got a couple people with publishing deals with libraries. Like, it's pretty amazing. So come through if you can. I think it helps tremendously. My opinion on TuneCore sync option, it didn't work for me. I'm still on TuneCore waiting for a placement from them. Nah. They don't have, I don't feel like they have the infrastructure, or maybe I just didn't make the right music for them. But like, I'd rather go to a library because that's where most people go. You know what I'm saying? Can you alter your release songs for sync? Yep, you sure can. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Yep. Let's get to the next one. Rich Dog's got a track out. Let's see what we got here. Stay ready. Okay. West Coast. West.
Hey, Rich.
Okay, I got some thoughts about this. First things first, I like the track. It's definitely got a West Coast vibe. If you're looking for stuff for sync, it's a good length, but the problem is the tags that you have in the track. You never hear tags in commercials or TV shows. So keep that in mind. You might want to take that out for sync. Also, again, we want to make our music sound as expensive as possible. And what I mean by that is we don't want anybody to feel like they're listening to a loop-based theme. Does that make sense? If you hire a real session musician, they're never going to play the same thing twice. Makes sense? So because of that, you want to make sure that you're creating some type of not imperfections, but you want to create some type of modulation in whatever you're making. So it's slightly different every 4 to 8 bars. Like that's rule number 1 of arrangement for sync. So you want to make sure you're doing that. I saw someone talk about Songtradr. Songtrader's cool. I don't have anything against them. I've never used them personally because I think that they're more leaning towards the side of micro licensing for sync, which is cool, but you have to make a lot of them in order to make a living, which is fine if you're making music at scale. You have a lot of songs that are ready to be synced. So keep that in mind. Yeah, Ear Candy, homie in here, Dream Firstborn says put some spice in it. So like, yeah, just extra like West Coast stuff. You got the drip. What else? There's all kinds of stuff West Coast producers like put in their tracks so that like every like 4 bars you get something that drops in. You're just like, what? You know what I'm saying? You keep going and vibing. So I definitely think that that would help tremendously. South Blue, what up, bro? How you feeling? See you in the chat. I know this thing's a little there's a little delay, but it's good to see you. Good to see you. Music Gateway, never heard of it before, but I know there's tons of libraries out there, guys. There's tons of them. What mic am I using? I am currently using the Aston Origin, or not this. No, this is the Origin. This is the Aston Origin. This is the Aston Element. It's great for podcasting and rapping. I would say that. But I'm going to be in the next couple days demoing some new mics that I'm going to add to the collection. where to message you a link. We are doing stuff out of the Discord. If you haven't joined the Discord yet, join the Discord if you want to learn more about sync licensing, because the Discord will be closing to the public very, very soon. Let's get into the next one. We got my boy Mosbo Q in the house. Let's check out his music. Ooh, and he sent the disco link. My boy. All right. So he's got 3 of them here. I'm gonna go eeny, meeny, miny, one. Let's do this one. I like Motherland. Motherland's fine. So, before we actually, this is a good example. Before we actually get into this, this is one of the reasons why I love using disco. It's because he sends one link, and look, you got 3 tracks right here. You can just listen to and try to figure out if you're sending them to music supervisors that they can check out, and if they want more, they can easily hit you up for it. You see what I'm saying? Disco also normally has a download link right here if he's pitching it to a supervisor so that they can have it in their library, something else. I'm telling you guys, the game, he's doing everything that we were talking about in the class. He just messaged me today. Homeboy got synced. So the class does work, and let's check out what he's working with. I think I've actually heard this one already. Motherland swag. Let's hear it. Disco link is in, Discord's in the link bio.
Hey!
So Maz had actually went through the class, and he just gave a clinic on how to actually arrange for sync licensing. Outside of just how the good mix on this, the amount of where he was actually placing the different motifs of his music and the percussive elements, this could easily go for a commercial. Well, lots in here. He said easily a Pepsi drink commercial, for real, for sure. Yeah, like that's essentially how it works. If you guys want to actually listen to some dope sequenced music for sync licensing, his disco's in the chat. Check him out. Homeboy knows what he's doing. All right, let's move on. I have no words. I actually I've heard that one. He sent it to me a couple weeks ago, but again, I wanted to share it with you guys because it, like I was saying before, it's essentially exactly how you can get into sync licensing and how to sequence your music. Great job as always. We're going to listen to a SoundCloud link now from BX Polar. This one's called Love Everybody. I like it. Like it already. You do not need a vocalist to start sync.
We're too young to not have a party. Love anybody, fuck everybody. We're too young to not.
We need clean versions. Clean versions only. I don't, from what I've heard, I think that this could work for sync. The energy's right there, right out the gate. Short intro, very, very cool. But you need to submit a clean version if you want to get more critique. because I promise you, as a music supervisor, they as soon as they start hearing cuss words and slurs and things like that, it kind of rubs them the wrong way because they know you just limited what they can use with it. Okay, so we want to keep that in mind for sync licensing. Oh, we got some type of static here, or is it? Hold on, what's going on? Can you guys still hear me? Check. I don't know where that static's coming from, but let's keep moving. Maybe it'll go away. This one's from Lots.
Maybe we just don't mesh. We cut from different clouds to different energies. If I was stuck with you, I'd probably be on the run to end my misery. You don't gotta pretend that you like me. We don't gotta pretend. You don't gotta pretend you don't surprise me. We don't gotta pretend. We don't care how long you ignite me. We don't gotta defense. We don't care how long, baby, bite me. We don't gotta be fence. We don't care how long you ignite me. We don't gotta defense. We don't care how long, baby, bite me. We don't gotta be fence. We don't gotta be fence. We don't gotta be fans. Maybe we just don't fight. Don't know how I'm still alive. Yeah, you don't do it for me. And baby, I won't hide. I really don't like all of your company. You don't gotta pretend that you like me. We don't gotta pretend. We don't care how long you ignite me. We don't gotta defense. We don't care how long.
This is a vibe. Hold on a second. I'm curious where this the static is coming from. Is it this? Gosh darn it. I don't know where this static is coming from. It's bothering the crap out of me. Let me switch and see if it's my headphones. Nope, I don't hear it in the headphones. I mean, in my speakers, so it's got to be the connection with this iRig. Check. Check. That's okay. I can still hear. As long as you guys don't hear it, it's all good. Anyways, Lots. Great job on this, bro. It's lots of good stuff going on here. Or Lots. I'm sorry. I keep saying Lots. What I would suggest. Okay, you guys can't hear any static. It's probably my stupid equipment. That's okay. What I would say with this, the sequence of how you've arranged this is great. The tambourine and the shakers and stuff come in just in time. Great timing with that. Nice, clean production. Very clean production. Honestly, like this is ready to sync easily. I would almost keep it unreleased and start pitching it places before you release it. That way you can get more revenue out of your piece of music first. But with that being said, the mix is great. I think the mix is cool. Like I was saying before, I'm dealing with some type of static issue at the moment, so I can't per se. I wouldn't want to give any mixing advice if I can't hear. Hold on one second. I'm gonna try something different real quick. Yeah, it's definitely this iRig. Yeah, it's this iRig. I have no idea how to fix it. But with that being said, with the mix that I heard just now, I don't think this is bad at all. Could be some more bass because the bass line is so groovy. You could like really dig into that. So like adding some more sub frequencies could help. But I mean, everything was really clear. I could hear everything. So nice job. How could I get you to take a listen to some of my music and give some feedback? All you got to do is send your stuff to the Discord link. We got a live feedback channel in the Discord, link in bio. join as soon as you can, because we're not going to be having it open to the public very soon. We want to make this exclusive for everybody that really wants to learn sync. So come through if you can. We're going to move on to Simon Says with Ariana type beat, Shut Up. Lost, I hope that helps, bro. Yeah, fam. Hey.
Purchase your tracks today. Purchase your tracks today. Purchase your tracks today.
Okay, this is cool. It sounds more like a Kalani beat than a Ariana Grande type beat, but I digress. Simon, this is really cool. I like this. It's got a nice vibe to it. I would almost call it R&B than pop as well, but nomenclature is a artistic decision, so don't listen to me. Outside of that, I think that it's sequenced quite well. I would ask for for less loop-based themes. So if you can chop that, if it is a loop that you're using, be careful, because loops are not very well received in sync licensing because of legal issues. But besides that, what you could do to make it sound less like a loop is chop it up in a way so it's not recognizable. And when you do that, you're going to be able to cause your music to not only have less of a loop-based type feel, but it's also going to make it sound a lot more, it's going to give it more depth when it comes to your, how should I say it? When it comes to the musical journey you take your listener on. Very cool, though. Maybe use a different 808 sample. Yeah, I mean, all this is artistic decisions, so, like, take it with a grain of salt, but I definitely think that you're on your way when it comes to this. Oh, and then your producer tags, take those out. We don't need those for sync. I know this is a YouTube beat, so I digress. Just, if you're pitching this for sync, make sure you remember to take them out. What's the best way to establish direct relationship with music supervisors that you don't know? We talk about it in the class. Normally, the best way to establish a direct relationship is to treat them like humans. Like, if you talk more about them than you do about yourself or your music, 9 times out of 10, that'll get you through the door. We have email templates and things of that nature in the class that are offered as well. Come through. Tomorrow is the last day that we're going to be doing it. So come through if you want to grab some value for a very, very cheap price. It's $50. We'll get you everything you need to know so that you can start making thousands of dollars. It's really a steal. Can you use synths for sync music? Of course you can. Of course you can. Let's move on to the next one. Xander's got one called Radiant. Let's check this out. Actually, let me go to Spotify and make sure it's not explicit. All right, here we go. Here we go. We got some more clean music coming at you. Here we go. Radiant. So the production, the mixing's great. I think that this could work, but you have to be careful because you want your music to be felt, and we're normally serving an undercurrent for visual, the moving picture. So like it could be almost too distracting that they can't use it for certain things because it takes away attention from the dialogue or from the voiceover. So keep that in mind. But like it could also work for like a really cool Nike or shoe commercial. You know what I'm saying? Where you have this, it tells a story. You have the Reese bass that's doing some really cool stuff, and then afterwards, you just completely slap the listener with the cool syncopated synths and stuff. That was really really cool. And I'm a sucker for future bass. Like the way that everything's structured with future bass is just like automatic. Like gives you a huge hype as far as with the telling of a story and arrangement of a song, and then the Foley is always what gets me because you never know what they're going to add. So great job on this, Xander. I have no words other than maybe make a less or a toned down version for sync licensing, if that's even a thing. It's probably easier to take away than to add. South Blue asks or says I didn't get email example for pitching. Okay, well, come through or shoot me an email and because it was actually pieced together with what's it called, the template for the sync agreements. It was pieced with that. So if you didn't get that, just shoot me a DM and I'll make sure you get that as part of the course as well. So let's move on. Thanks for telling me, McGill. I think we listened to some of your stuff before. Let's check out Chances. McGill Jackson.
Well, I can feel it in the air. The trade wind slowly blowing, and you can see it everywhere. Yes, security they've stolen. We said we must be prepared. Misunderstood but fully aware. To victory, that's where we go. It's just like the music slowly pump through your veins. Just get lost in it, winging on through the same.
Okay, so I think we had gone over this before in a previous video, but what I would suggest that you do, McGill, is shorten your sections. So your A section, your B section, your bridge. If you cut those in half, I think you got something. Because I don't even think we really got into the climax or chorus of your song, and it's been 1:30. So rule for everybody that wants to do sync licensing, 9 times out of 10, your song is not going to get played the whole time through. So you want to make sure you put your best foot forward, and B, you want to make sure that it's short enough. I mean, just to be realistic, most sync licenses don't last for more than 90 seconds. Just think about that. So like making a 6-minute song is great, but like how much of the song is someone going to get through before they make a decision and go, well, I can't, this doesn't hit me. You know what I'm saying? So you want to make sure you're either coming fresh out the gate with exactly what the vibe of the song is going to entail, or like with Radiant, what we just listened to, it gave enough to keep the listener interested to see what else they wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? So keep that in mind. Dope song. I think that the lyrics work for sync as well. It's just making sure that you have the arrangement down. Appreciate the follow. Were you nervous when you pitched your first sync placement? No. By the time I got my first sync placement, I was like 200 tracks in. So it's just like, take something, I beg of you. Which is why I'm telling you guys, come through to the class because you'll save the time. It took me a year to get my first sync placement. Don't want that to happen to you guys. Okay, Rex, you got some more music for us. Excellent. You listened to Callous Theory last week, seemed to love it, but I totally blanked on the fact that it wasn't clean. Okay, we got a clean one. All right. Cool, Rex. I think Rex is still in the building. If you are in the building, let me know in the chat, Rex. I see you on YouTube. Let's hear it. Owe it to myself. Hey, okay, cool. Woo.
Cause I owe it to myself.
Oh, he's got the same monitors.
Burnout, blackout in the deep intro out. My inner demon screaming, now we drowning. No more frowning, no more clowning around. Now back in the loop, now back to the same old run. Every time I think I see the way out, the door is shut. Some of y'all want Rex disappearing, cause while I got no means of leaving. That's shallow for a wacko. Now feeling lonely, Benny Black, go down on myself. 12, take the box out off the shelf. Build it up, knock it down, and you know what I say. Nobody believes in me, so I had to pay my own pressure when I walk through hell. But I don't need your sympathy, cause I got a dream, and now I just keep going, cause I owe it to myself. Cause I owe it to myself. Cause I owe it to myself.
This video.
Cause I owe it to myself. I am not your lab rat, I'm not your space monkey. You chew me off a cliff like an adrenaline.
Okay, so I definitely think that this could work, especially in the game show. Now, game shows sound cheesy, okay, but there's a lot of money to be made in them. Like, for instance, I was just, me and my wife was watching Domino. On Hulu, there's this like TV show where they compete with like dominoes, and it's like this cool, extravagant thing. They did something with Legos last year. It was like Lego Master or something like that. But they use this kind of music every time there's 5 minutes left for their builds. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, Fox is a huge network. You know what I'm saying? If you can serve stuff like this, you got trap elements, you got rock elements, you have a lot of different, and the vocals sound really crisp as well. So like, because you have all these different, and the orchestral elements as well with the strings. Strings sound very decent. So like, you can do a lot with tracks like this for sure. It's just a matter of time as far as like how you, okay, you watch Lego Master 2, that's what's up. But you get what I'm saying. Like there's places for stuff like this, and it's already well produced. So like, it's like I was saying before, it's only a matter of time. Homie said, K's Dream One says it could be easily used in an NFL video game. That's oh my goodness. Good Charlotte. I got a lot of slack for this video that I posted a couple months ago, but like Good Charlotte was one of the bands that like blew up because of their sync placement. Like they were known, but like getting in that video game took them to a completely different level. You see what I'm saying? So like definitely want to make sure. Aloe Black is the same way. Like he got into a Dre Beats commercial for the NBA, and like from there, like he became like world known. You know what I'm saying? So like when you can do stuff like that from sync licensing, it's definitely something that you want to try to take advantage of. Yeah. And especially, I mean, you have this kind of stuff, so like you could own that lane, because we haven't heard anybody else really dive into that, at least in the feedback submission. So go for it. Rhino's got a bunch of them. I'm gonna get back to you, Rhino. I see you in here. I just want to make sure we get everybody else in that hasn't been listened to yet. So we got let's see how much time we got left. We got like maybe 15-ish minutes left. So I think we can power through the rest of these pretty quickly. We got some new messages. Excellent. More music. Mark, let's see what you got, bro.
Version make it ratchet, boy.
Okay, so I think you have the arrangement kind of figured out, which is cool because it keeps the person from feeling like they're listening to a loop. I would just work on your mixing. So, just as a caveat, mixing is an artistic thing too. So, like, if something I say doesn't make any sense, like, please ignore me. But with that in mind, your kicks are, at least on these speakers, very apparent. And what I would suggest that you do is maybe shorten the tail of those kicks so you don't get a bunch of distortion from the speakers from the long tails. Okay, that's going to make them punchier, and it's also going to help with the with how we actually perceive the kick when we first get them. Outside of that, just some leveling things that I would suggest going through the mix and making sure everything's heard as clearly as possible. But outside of that, I mean, this could easily be used for, like, especially like a reality television show where they're maybe speaking about something that's a little more I don't know, feeling based or something like that. This could, there's, for R&B, there's always a lane for that kind of stuff. So great job, Mark. Let's keep going because I got 10 more minutes. Wifey's on on the chat. She appreciate the likes, babe. We started a little late, so that's why I'm running behind here. But let's get into the next one. We got Show with Circo. Let's check this out. Hey. Ooh, okay. Didn't see that coming. Very dope. This is ready for sync. I would just suggest that you make this punch harder because it's already got all the elements you need. I would suggest maybe putting some more saturation on your bass so it really growls a little bit more. The Moomba stuff is dope, especially because summer's right around the corner and everybody needs beach montage stuff to use. So, like, this could easily get synced on a sports commercial, or I mean, it's not a sports commercial, but a sports show and or a reality TV show where they're using it as a bumper to introduce the next scene. You got the horns in there, right? I'm a sucker for horns. Also, check the there was something else in here that I thought I needed to make a note of. No, it's just mixing. So, like, just leveling everything so that you can hear everything clearly is the only thing that I would make sure that you would check out, Shokas. That, I mean, bro, this is a bop. It's a bop. You got wifey in the chat dancing like exactly. Dope. Is there a way to submit other than Discord? No, there is not. You have to be a Discord member. So come through. It's free. Discord's free. You just have to join from the link in bio. We got a couple more minutes if you want to submit something. I Love You September. I think that's what Illy September. We're gonna go through here. Sent the beat to the Discord. Yeah. Let's try to. I'm gonna try to get through as many as I can before we end. We got 7 minutes. Let's keep going. Switch lanes. Let's check out this from Illy September. What up? What up? What up?
Easy, why you doing so?
Okay, I thought we found a fine line, but we're somewhere in between. I can show you some things that I promise you never seen. Girl, you know that I love you, I'll be there by any means. But if shit turns to shit, you don't fall for the other team. Cause they the ops, they just busy playing doctor with the chops, I know a lot. But it's shit that they won't tell you, no they won't, no they will not. They never cared about you, they never plan to ever stop. I'ma grind until the top, to the top and top. I'm off the house, smoking rock. Bitch, I don't care what you thought. And I got 2 twins on these glass. Check all this product that I bought. Too many missed calls on my phone. Ignore that I'm not picking up. Don't fuck around, cause they the ops. Don't fuck around, cause they the cops. I said I bitch, just love me, bitch. I'm turning nothing into something. Nothing into something, bitch. Yeah. In this beamer, yeah, you know I'm skirting off. And he's fucking do my jealous, yeah, you know I'm drifting off. Okay, I thought we found a fine line, but we're somewhere in between. I can show you some things that I promise you never seen. Girl, you know that I love you, I'll be there by any means. But if shit turns to shit, you don't fall for the other team. Cause they the ops, they just busy playing doctor with the chops, I know a lot. But it's shit that they won't tell you, no they won't, no they will not. They never.
This is a bop. I like this. I could easily see this on a soundtrack or at the end credits of a movie where like you have like the animated scroll of things coming up. Family or Fiance. Yeah, we actually in the class we talk about like how to find the right people to pitch that stuff to, for like different shows and stuff. But yet this could go. I like this a lot. It's mixed very, very well. Translates over the speakers. I wish I could use my headphones and really feel the bass because I don't have a sub in here. But I could tell that the bass is there. So great job. Very good job on that. Let's keep moving. We got South Blue, Law Mastered. Let's check it out. Ooh, okay. Bruh, this is dope. I like the vibe. The only thing I would tell you with the arrangement on this is that your lows in the very beginning lasted a little bit too long where you lost a little momentum, but you picked it back up with the sub. So great job on that. Yeah, like this was a bop, bro. Nice. Wifey's in the chat. She's like, this is like forward placement easy. Yeah, because the guitars are really prominent, and like you could even push it even further with the distortion on the guitars, honestly, just to get even more like raunchy grit in the sound, if that's something you're going for. But like, bro, great job. This could totally work for sync. Commercial placements is what I'll be looking for. New Chevy coming soon. Exactly. Okay, we're going to do, let's see, what time is it? I got 2 minutes, and then we're gonna have to jet after this. Let's listen to The Dawn. back. I should have used it on Spotify. Dang it. You know what? This one can work. Let me listen to the beginning of it.
And the ground beneath my feet reaches for me like a mother wanted me most. I never known until now. Let's talk this through.
Yeah, that's what I thought. The intro is a little long. It's just a tad bit long, but the vibe is there for commercials for sure. I think that this could work in a bunch of different areas, especially with movies that have a period scene where it's maybe either a Midwest vibe, a Western vibe, or even like there's tons of movies that would use stuff like this all the time, like travel montages if they're packing for a trip or something like that. This could easily be used. Everybody's saying wine placements. Very true. Hey, what's going on? We just listened to your track. That's awesome. If you're just joining us, Galug, I can't pronounce your name. I think I butchered it on the chat earlier too. Galagua. Go to the YouTube. We are streaming on YouTube live right now as well, and you can listen to the playback as soon as we're done. But I digress. This was cool. Yeah, just shorten the intro for just make a sync version of this, and this will be just fine to be used in a movie. 8 minutes, way too long. Way too long. If you even submit this, the library owner might not even listen to it because it's too long. Keep it in mind. Let's go next to Nico. Colson will get you last. Oh, we only got 2 more.
Frankie won't stand.
Come on, Frankie.
Frankie ain't got time for romance. She got ants in her pants. She's alone. She get hot under the heat. Watch her go. Don't put up a fight. She'll show you what's in store tonight. But when she gets her fill, she leaves alone. Frankie won't stand. She on fire. Let him lost in a trance.
Alright, so
Frankie ain't got time to settle down. She gets higher. Then her feet don't touch the ground. Like it chills when I know she's around. Sparks start to fly, she's on the sound. Maybe just for now, it ain't love that I found. But free your mind before she slips away. She gon' change your mind. Her illusion on the floor at the weak side. Your sweet time. This thing that she has for you's on the rise.
yo, this is what I'm talking about. You hear how much more expensive this sounds just because like it sounds like you got real players on this, so like stuff is just evolving and moving, ebbing and flowing. Like this is it right here. This is already ready to get synced if it hasn't already. Commercials, TV, all that. It's just there, especially with something as timeless as a genre as funk. You know what I'm saying? My wife is like, I need to make sure I explain the comments to to YouTube. She said car commercial or clothing. Definitely. Something woman related due to the lyrics. Very true. But you know what? You know what? This could fit in a lot of different places just because of the energy and just great job. Great job. We're going to give the all-powerful the frosty emoji on that one. Dope. I think that takes the cake for today. Maz had some great stuff too. Actually, yeah, where's Maz's at? We had a couple frosties in here. September had a dope track. Let me see who else. Oh, I know what I was gonna say. Shokus, your 808 during a piece of the track that we were listening to earlier, the instrumental Tropical Moomba vibe or whatever, I felt like it should have moved with the chords. It was holding a pedal bass note, and I think it could have gave you more dynamic ebb and flow if you would have had it move with the chords. So listen back to that, and maybe you could hear what I'm talking about. But we had another frosty one in here. Rex had some heat, so we're gonna give him some frost. And so did oh yeah, Radiant. We giving all kind of frost today. Where's my boy Maz? He had some dope stuff. All right, let's keep moving. We got one more. Colson was really, really patient. Appreciate you, fam. We got a media fire link. Let's see if it opens up. Okay, downloads. Okay, so downloads are not something that typically work for sync because people don't have server time. You want to always send a streaming link because it works better for everybody. It's a safe space that people can go to listen to your music without having to worry about adding to their stuff. But I'm gonna play it anyway. Just something to keep in mind. Here's 002 Colson with Bank. Oh, you on Taxi? Nah, fam. We don't do Taxi around here. Come through to the class. We teach you how to get syncs. That should be synced. Very dope. The drums are so punchy on this. Oh my goodness. Great job. Yeah, I mean, bro, with Taxi, bro, like, you're paying them to tell you no. Like, you know what I'm saying? All the syncs that I've made, I've not paid a cent for. Like, I didn't have to pay to submit. That's just, I hate when people do that because it's just like, especially if you don't know what you're doing or you've never been experienced to sync before, like, I don't think it's a good idea. But yeah, come through. The class is the class is tomorrow at like 12 Central Standard Time. We talk about the strategies on how to pitch your music, how to do all that stuff. But anyway, let's get back to Colson. Great job on this, bro. Reality TV screams for this all the time because hip hop is basically mainstream as you get. I would also, so like your drums are so present that like your the other stuff like takes a back seat, which is the way it should be, because it'll translate over TV very, very well. So like, bro, great job on this. I don't have any feedback for that one outside of just make sure that you like all the melodic stuff you had, I wish I could have heard a little more. You don't have to turn it up in the mix. Maybe just add some saturation so you get some more harmonics in there. And then make sure you have a version with and without the vocalese stuff that you have in there. Because if it sounds too sample based, sometimes production companies kind of stay away from it because of legal issues with samples. You don't want to use samples or loops in sync licensing. But I only say that because to mention the teaching point. If you're not using those, then don't listen to me. You said what? They tried you with that sample stuff. Yep, they sure did. Yeah, I'm telling you guys from experience, don't mess with them samples. Anyways, though, great, awesome. Well, if you guys don't have any other questions via sync, we're going to vibe out. I appreciate everybody that's been attending these feedback sessions. I think that there's a lot of dope heat in here. I'm gonna actually add that timestamp to right here. We will be back next week with more listening feedback for Sync. Class, the last live class is tomorrow. Thank you, honey. If you want to learn more about Sync for very, very cheap, basically to know the game and to start getting placements so that you can start living off your music the right way, come through because we dropping gems all tomorrow. So without further ado, since I said tomorrow, let's go ahead and hit that outro music.